to envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
All right, we're back. And we have a mission to go get some automechanical parts. I'm not really sure how this will help us, but we've been asked to help out. Why not? So there's where our confrontation took place with all of the disgruntled employees. Now only their boss remains. Now I'm sure he'll press others into service as time goes by. Did I pass this thing before? Like a train car or something. Yeah, but who's this?
Must be at least a few usable parts in here. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris?
Haven't looted yet.
Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted.
Heard that.
I need to find some parts to convert some of our automechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they?
Yeah, I'll pretend I don't know. What are you gonna do with these mechs?
Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us.
It never is.
True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand?
Where were these mechs going?
Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Antes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence.
No, intelligence has nothing to do with me.
Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge.
So they were all damaged by Anti's attack?
Yes and no. The bombs certainly took a fierce toll, but I suspect these were all in various states of disrepair even before Anti's offensive, which has made sorting out where to begin my efforts here rather difficult. There should be a manifest somewhere, but it's nowhere to be found. Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. Where are their bodies?
Burn trader, maybe?
These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about here.
My
Not
bad.
the spineless stumblewits that comprise the forces of Anti's choice. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any manner of terror brought upon us by Antis.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise. And please inform me if you happen upon any usable parts. There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha!
Dude, that's how we
it's
differ.
warped. Just like everything else.
Flywheel, ammo, definitely usable parts. Oh, that doesn't look good. Healing Zeranium exposure. You've been exposed to Zeranium. As you gain Zeranium exposure, your max toxicity is decreased, reducing your ability to use the medical inhaler without crashing. Visit a doctor in town to have them remove your Zeranium exposure for a fee. Okay. Alright guys, let's go. It's an interesting structure. Oh. So it looks like one of these critters came up to the roadway, found a pedestrian. I gotta say, one guy taking him out, it's not bad. Oh, that doesn't look good. I'm sure they'll let us in.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Just want to help out.
We could use the assistance, that's for sure. The gas leak has made our automechs a touch unreliable.
Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight.
Appreciate it.
And fair warning, watch out for uranium gas. We sprung a leak.
Everyone all right?
Nothing too bad, aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
Got it. Okay. How does he feel about explorers? Golf bags? Gas pumps? These spaceships? Anti-aircraft guns? Yeah, that's who we're looking for.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it.
Let's make a deal.
See, Woodrow? Why, at this rate, we'll have the facility up and running in little to no time.
That's what scares me, Marshal.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals, though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak.
And you want someone to patch it up. Ideally, someone disposable.
I wouldn't have put it in those terms, but I appreciate someone who speaks their mind. The Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Auntie's armaments. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype uranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate.
Can't make any promises, but I do like the idea of a uranium shield.
That's the spirit. You've got gumption, nerve, and daring do.
Daring do.
Almost reminds me of myself.
Marshal, those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims. We'd be branded as traitors.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
As long as that loyalty is well placed. What do we have here? A shopkeeper?
Greetings, potential customer. State your business.
Are you the shopkeeper?
This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Best look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
Let's see what
All
you have for
wares
sale.
should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Initiate
Is that
commerce.
one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
Wonderful. Why don't you take all my junk? Now I have money. Unfortunately, you have weapons but no ammo. Okay, what do you have? Oh, we like these, but they're darn expensive. And what's this? Energy canister for crafting at workbenches. Okay, well, can never pass those up. We'll take them all. All right. Appreciate it.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
Well, what happened to the old quartermaster?
Passed during the attack. Got his face melted clean off by this weird goo.
I've seen it.
And he was one of the lucky ones. Excuse the mess, by the way. Auntie gave us a pummeling a few weeks back. The old wardens paid the price. Where their courage faltered, a little mental refreshment should do just the trick.
Never underestimate the capabilities of a smooth, untroubled mind.
That's what I always say. Why overcomplicate perfection? Now what'll it be?
I'm looking for parts.
You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on.
But-
Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Has he been acting weird?
As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
Protectorate automechanicals feature advanced construction but low adaptability. Fall-throughs in its logic assembly would likely lead it to interpret its programming literally.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results.
But where did this happen?
Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all.
We haven't met, but we're going to.
Delphinia is not very nice. Or maybe she just doesn't like me personally. Anyway, she's very talented, and I'm glad she's helping out. And I'm never going within 10 feet of her again. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
Thank you. Well, what's in here?
See you soon, I hope.
Ooh, looks pretty pleasant.
You know all you need to know.
Pleasant, but of no relevance to us. Oh. I hate seeing a gun that I can't grab. Yeah, what's up here? Posters. Possible. Nope. Aha. Odd that it's okay to move lockers.
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Probably not. Can't go there. What about up here? Nope. Let's go downstairs again.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. Well, let's see. What's in here? Oh, we were just there.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
You and Donaldson don't seem on the best of terms.
The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
So blame the gas.
Brigadier Montelli does not accept excuses, and he does not tolerate failure. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right.
I'm looking for supplies. Got any ideas?
Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her.
Got it. Explosive materials. A mixture of heavy metals, incendiary chemicals, and improvised mechanical detonators. Someone who knows their way around explosives might be able to cobble these parts into a grenade. Someone who doesn't know such things can only appreciate them from afar. Backing away now. Experimental log X94. I've managed to consolidate the waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project a field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that the catalytic converters used in Dragoon automechs might serve, and the idea has merit. I'll speak to the Marshal about it in the morning. Note to self, one of the automechanicals wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later, I felt a vibration so hard that dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. Yep, think we know where those parts got laid out. All right, how you doing?
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions.
Who doesn't?
I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now, what is it you want?
The Marshal said you might need some help.
Ah, our good Marshal sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is taking longer than expected.
I could help you.
Assist me, and you'll get more than bits out of the equation. You'll get a prototype shield gadget, the first of its kind. Now tell me, are you familiar with zeranium gas?
I guess you're not too busy to talk after all.
I haven't time to prattle unnecessarily, no. But my current project is of utmost importance. An active discussion is sometimes known to lead to a breakthrough. I could speak at length about zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm.
Sounds great. How you doing?
Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
Hey, pick me.
Good. Wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
Would any zeranium gas do?
Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that.
So I'm in danger.
Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near-instant death that way. If you
Light
suffer
death.
prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Zeranium-related maladies. I believe that covers all the necessary education for this particular assignment. Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
You know, I've worked with a lot of people in a lot of situations, and I've never had a professional colleague say, shoot. Ambient Zeranium. Lab note, Zeranium in its natural state is less concentrated and seemingly less hazardous. Long-term effects on automechanical circuitry and living tissue are inconclusive. Use of a shield device is recommended. What are those health devices? What do we got here? Dense Zeranium. Concentrated Zeranium is most commonly found in industrial settings, regulated, and in the aftermath of warfare, hazardous. Protective equipment is recommended for closer inspection. However, protective equipment is still hypothetical and pending invention. ETA unknown. Yes, we're working on that. So that's what the dense stuff looks like. Maybe knowing that will help us distinguish the less dense state. That would be nice. Okay, so where is this? Oh, it's this way. It's got to be better to be out in the open air than to go into that facility.
Not sure. We should get any closer.
Hey, hardly any harm done. She's going to be delighted. So dark in here. There we go. Hey.
Ah, my little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks?
I've collected the samples.
What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user.
Like a catalytic amplifier?
Capital deduction! Where have you been all my career? You'll be
shot
pleased
at.
to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside.
Yeah, are they going to give that up?
You guess correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier.
Tell me about this Dragoon.
Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did.
Of course.
You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon.
So what was the chief mechanist's problem with your request?
I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zeranium poisoning.
Okay, I'll get one, somehow.
Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing, the Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
He says that again. Okay, so I'm not allowed to attack you.
Yes.
Delphina is looking for a catalytic amplifier.
She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't.
There has to be some other way to get catalytic amplifiers.
If you're really so desperate, you can track down our second Dragoon. Damn thing wandered up the coast and hasn't been seen since. I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stubborn when their instructions are unclear.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Chief.
Good hunting. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Okay. Well, we already know where one Dragoon is. It's locked in that cage where we fought all those crab creatures. I think that's the one. No, his is much closer, which is good. But it probably means that it's guarded. Just guessing. Howdy. Okay, I think we go this way. Yep. What is that tower? This is part of the wall. Okay, so I think... Yep. Oh, 10 rounds, that's not bad. Oh, here's another corpse. At least I hope it's a corpse. Yep. Okay. Well, that looks like the scariest one.
Just get sick.
Looks like it's good. I have a trauma kit. Don't know when I picked that up, but I'm not complaining. One more bullet. We found a new flaw. Reckless leadership. Your leadership techniques leave a bit to be desired, with your companions often finding themselves in harm's way. You are no longer able to revive your companions in combat, but whenever one does go down, your other companion will get a boost. They are fully healed and immediately fill their companion ability meter. That just doesn't seem like good leadership at all. We're going to say no. There it is. This automech appears to have suffered grievous injury at the claws and pincers of Kravels. A small engraving in its armor reads, "Property of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center." All right, we got the parts. Shame about that death. I've gotten along a lot better with them than I expected to. I thought that at best they'd turn me away and at worst they'd attack. Okay. Good news.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier?
Here it
Oh,
is.
superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war.
Okay. And thanks for the shield.
Don't thank me. Just doing my part for the sake of the paradigm, same as anyone.
Gas energy deflection apparatus. The gas energy deflection apparatus is a gadget that grants you a temporary shield, protecting you from damage and hazards such as uranium. Activating the gadget applies the shield, depleting with damage taken or time spent inside of a hazard. After a duration of enough damage is sustained, the shield will disable automatically. Reactivating the gadget while it is still active resets the duration and the amount of shield remaining. Okay then. So I could probably stop here.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrapnel during the attack.
Some of that help they're passing out.
Uranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctors are withholding treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Hi.
Oh, a new arrival.
That's me.
Oh, and what's this? You, I dare say, are exhibiting clear signs of Zeranium exposure, stranger. Fortunately for you, you appear to have a fairly mild case. I imagine you haven't even noticed any symptoms yet. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask, for medical posterity, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the Zeranium?
Wandered into a cloud, not sure where.
I'll mark it down as haphazard meandering then. All too common these days. More dangerous than one might think.
All
right,
the interesting stuff
next
is
question.
found by meandering.
How are you feeling? For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid or spleen?
I feel fine. I just wanted to meet you.
Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid your recovery. I wish more of my patients shared your optimistic disposition. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you advanced Zeranium therapy of the highest possible quality.
And the lowest possible
There.
price?
That should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would be pleased to act as your consulting physician again, should the need arise.
Thanks, Doc. Don't know how bad that is, but glad to have it taken care of. Okay, so we still need to get those parts. And so they would be on her roof. So, what's this? Damaged loader mech. This loader mech is out of order. There's no obvious sign of what could have caused the damage to its frame. Nothing about the damage seems significant. You speculate that a metal object of equal or greater weight must have been involved. I wonder if that was our robot being clumsy. Whoa. I hate that. These rounded edges. Okay. Pancakes. I don't think that's what they're looking for at Westport. Automech parts. Now we're talking. Can I grab this shield? Guess not. Okay. And I leveled up. Which means maybe I should finally have some science points. I think that would be swell. Easily distracted. Your skills are erratic, to say the least. But a jack of all trades is oftentimes better than a master of one. You can raise more skills faster, though it'll be harder to ever maximize any particular one. When leveling, you can only add skill points into your lowest level non-zero skill, or any skill you have no points in already. But one extra skill point is gained per level. You know, given that I have a limited number of skills that I can improve, that could work out nicely for me. I'm flawed. Life hasn't been easy for you, but you've learned to power through any of your disadvantages and come out better for it. Warning, this flaw drastically changes the experience and is not recommended for your first playthrough. Flaws must be accepted, but you gain an extra perk point every 5 levels. This bonus is retroactive. I think I'll pass on outright flawed. Okay. So now we need to tell Donaldson that things are good.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be...
Get away from that chemical. Hey. How's it going, boss?
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Whether or not you're able to help us, I'm grateful to have an extra set of eyes on the problem. Uranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate.
Well, good news. Delphenia finished her device.
I knew Dr. Bryant would come through for us, that she'd prove her worth as surely as any subject of the Protectorate would. Seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget, what say you put it through its paces? Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the uranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse.
Yeah, your chief mechanist is pretty concerned.
Don't worry about Woodrow. Smart fellow, but his cautious nature gets in the way. Yes, there is some risk that exposure to uranium will corrupt our automechs, to use his colorful language. That shouldn't stop us from delivering them on time. I'm sure they'll be scrubbed clean once they arrive at the Vox relay. But that isn't our problem to solve. You be sure and come back once you've made progress on the leak.
Okay. Well, mission seems straightforward enough. Use this fancy new device. Go into this very dangerous area. Find the mechanism and shut it off. What could be easier? Okay, let's see how we do here. Don't know where we're going, but it's away from that gas. Oh, great. Malfunction lost.
Emergency.
Let that gas disperse. Well, that's interesting. Doesn't look like I can do anything with it. So, excuse me, guys. Oh, this isn't good. Attempt to vent. Yes, yes. Seal room and vent gas. Excellent. So was that the mission, or was that just keep me alive for now? Two of those medical devices. Okay. Obviously we didn't fix everything. Well, let's see if we did enough. Oh, really? Just jumping through it a brief moment was Go in here. All right. Much less hazards down here. Oh, look at this. Stand up. Up. Okay. We're going to want to walk that way for a minute. What all these things are. Oh, that's better. There I go. better. Oh boy. So what is this one? That looks much better. Sorry about that.
Things take time, Commander.
They're gonna get mad at me, I know it. You damaged our property. Okay. Well, I always feel compelled to ride these things when they're available. Doesn't look like this one works. I need one more level of engineering. I can't activate this. I can't operate that. You can't run the elevator. Well, we got some loot, but I can't see that it helps us much. I think those activated the thing. Can we get up there? Thinking that elevator is the only way. And it's not working. That does nothing. It's broken. Have I gained any magic engineering apparel? Doesn't look like it, unless I've got a hat. It's health, energy recharge rate. You know, that doesn't seem like a bad idea given our situation. Okay. Oh, we seem to have done as much as we can do here. I think we can leave that high. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do us any good. So where does that lead? Nowhere we can go. Have any other exits? Flashlight. No, I never think of these. Don't go there. Attack that. Well, I'm not a good enough engineer, and I'm not a good enough hacker. That's probably the other side of that door I was looking at. we're done until I get some better skills. But we can return these parts to Westport. They should be happy to see me. Am I headed the right way? Yeah, more or less. I wonder if I can unlock
Must be at
that
least a
box.
few usable parts in here.
Oops. That's a mistake. So previously I would have just added a level of engineering the next time I leveled up. But now, that's going to really push that back.
Devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges
Outsider,
we all know how
do me a favor. Keep out from underfoot. And away from that generator. Need it running to power our mechs. Anyhow, what do you need? Still going on about sending a message, is she? Despite what she thinks, you'll find no traitors here. We're just trying to survive best we can. Experiencing failure in the midst of catastrophe does not a traitor make.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, he has been acting rather funny as of late. Always looking over his shoulder and such. Or off toward Fairfield with a gleam in his eye. Quite frankly, wouldn't be surprised if you might find something untoward in that abode of his. But you didn't hear it from me. Anyhow, you still haven't answered my question. Checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet?
Yes, I have.
Outsider.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as
Hey there, go-getter.
all inhabitants
Why, hello again. Any new business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
We'll
Of course.
talk later.
Toodaloo.
Our enemies envy our
So I
prosperity.
believe it's Hogarth, I think his name is. He's the one that wanted the parts. Remember exactly where his office is, but just
Welcome back.
executes on it.
Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
I got the parts.
That is most excellent. Please, hand them over. Sincerest thanks. Now, we had what you outsiders call a deal. I promised you a means past the bridge and a way inside the Vox relay. There is wreckage from a crashed ship traversing most of the expanse. With the right equipment, the path will lead you directly to the Vox relay's main gate. Tell me, do you already have Protectorate jump boots in your possession? That's what I knew them as. The official title is Personal Plasma Thrusters, I suppose.
No, I don't have that.
No, but we have an outpost up at Spire Grove. Requires a lot of cliff work. They likely have a prototype there. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives.
Great.
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing protectorate law. Why, isn't it obvious? As vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Antes has wrought upon us.
Okay.
Marshal Corbin, as with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
Why?
If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup.
Understood.
Good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
You don't think this is going to work, do you?
Oh, I don't doubt your abilities, but the prospects remain exceedingly poor.
Great.
The facility is exceptionally well guarded, and forces there are the pinnacle of protectorate training. Even if you succeed, it's only a matter of time before the Arbiter arrives to administer my sentence. Any chances of me avoiding my fate are quite slim, I fear. Farewell now.
The paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because
Wow.
the matriarch herself.
So let's take a look at that box. That's been sent to our ship. Okay, they're all on the ship, so I can't just open them. Okay. These are recipes. I've done astonishingly little.
And the
crafting.
sovereign embodies and executes on it throughout history.
Oh, boy. We keep
Stranger.
achieving goals and seeming to find ourselves no closer to advancing on any front. I guess it's our fate.
The Vigilance sent that outsider to collect automech parts for us.
I hear correctly that you brought us automech parts? Why, hello. Whatever can I do you for? What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
What is that sound?
Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly
Didn't we start our day here?